high school play. It's getting a lot of attention. Students at a school in Ohio, they are performing The Guys. It's a story of a writer who helps a firefighter write eulogies for those who died in the attacks on September 11th. The two students, there's only two in this play, one guy, one girl, and they were only in second grade when the Twin Towers were hit. The school's drama teacher says the play confronts the images of September 11th head on and gives his students a better understanding of that tragic day. We want to know what you think. I mean, should high school students put on a September 11th play? Is this the best way to help them understand 9/11?
I don't know. I think that's subjective. I don't know if it's the best way, but it is definitely one learning tool that teachers and students can learn to remind us and to learn about the events of 9/11.
Yeah, it's just hard. A lot of people are coping. I mean, these kids were young when it happened, second grade, most of them. And so I think they probably remember a lot of those images and not able to really process it at the time. So it's a way for them to learn about what happened and to deal with it.
And I love the fact that this is written through the perspective of those giving the eulogies for those who lost their lives. They are not doing a play about the tragedy or about the terrorists. They're doing a play about the eulogies written about the men and women who risked their lives to get those out of harm's way. So in that respect, I think it does give a little bit of homage to what has happened.
Right. I know my daughter's actually taking part in a reenactment at one of the local schools here in the Valley today, playing an office worker. There will be firefighters. So I think this is not a new concept for high schools.
And it's that generational gap. See, we lived it. We were experiencing it from a different perspective than, say, an elementary student was. So let's get to what you guys are saying, because you are reacting to this.
Yes. Christopher Gossett writes, I think you can only watch and then judge, though my feeling is that it is in good taste.
Mars Tafoya says, I think it's a great way. It's not like they are insulting anyone who died.
Anne-Marie Honorado writes, I think it's a beautiful honor. As long as everyone is talking about it, our loved ones will not be forgotten.
Jeff Clock writes, it doesn't matter. The U.S. is so divided that no matter what people do, there is always going to be someone who says, that's a terrible idea.
Ellie Rakoff says, understand is a strange word. Who doesn't understand the gravity of what happened? I didn't live through Pearl Harbor, but I still know that it was pretty awful.
Yeah, and that's a lot of folks on the page were saying, how can they understand the magnitude of 9/11? But again, I think the word understand, we have history books that teach us about tragedies that have happened, and this is their way of kind of getting a grip on it. Leslie Jones writes, I still, after all these years, do not understand, which led Ellie's comment, why someone would do what they did. And she's, of course, talking about the terrorists. I understand that everybody has different ways to deal with this horrible thing, and if this is how these kids want to voice their feelings, then more power to them.
And Lola Marie says 9/11 is history like Pearl Harbor. What better way for the kids to learn about it than by feeling it? And you can go on and read more of her comment on our Now at 9 Facebook page.